Steve, you've made a few changes to the team, both personnel and positional. Can you just give us a quick run through as to the reasons behind that?
Oh, we've got one forced change in terms of Michael Shenton being injured and Leroy coming in for that, but we've just made three other changes in terms of players coming in or players going out, and that's based on a little bit of last week. It's based on a little bit of I want to play the game this week against Australia and a couple of other factors there. So I'm really pleased with what we've got there, and there's a couple of players who have maybe playing in slightly different positions, but the roles won't be too much different.
It's a much changed team from last weekend, 3 players making the debut.
Yeah, it is, but we trust in Steve and the rest of the coaching staff to make the right decisions, and if he feels that's the best side to go with, then I trust in Steve.
We've brought 24 players capable of playing international football. We lost one in Adrian Morley, we brought another one out in Gareth Carvel, and very confident in using all this group of players. And like I said, for this team, we're playing this week, Australia, this is the right combination for us to go with. This is our strongest in terms of being able to put what we want out against Australia. We're looking forward to the challenge this week.
And with one eye on the future, no doubt as well, because it is a young team.
It's exciting. It's so exciting. I'm, really excited by not only by this week's game, but by the future for English Rugby League, because these young players, and we've our outside backs in Briscoe and Golding and Tompkins and Cudjoe and Atkins, they are inexperienced in terms of number of caps at this level, but vastly growing in experience in terms of being in an England camp and being on tour, and very excited by what they can do this weekend, but certainly even more so by knowing the knowledge that they're gaining from this tour for further down the line.
The guys have obviously been with you right from the beginning of the tour and have trained well throughout the tour, so you've been out there on the field alongside them. What do you think they're going to bring into the squad?
Well, a lot of enthusiasm. You're making your England debut, so that's you're going to be pumped up for that, and just hopefully they can replicate what they've done for the clubs. I think the 3 players have had fantastic years. Especially young Benny Harrison, he's going to bring us plenty of firepower off the bench, so hopefully all 3 of them can replicate what they've done for the clubs.
And a few positional changes as well. You've got a new partner in the front row.
Yeah, Sam Burgess. Yeah, so he's played well all year. Maybe he'll get the ball a bit more in the middle and out wide, and hopefully he can have some of them destructive carries that he's well known for.
Yeah, we want to get the ball in his hands a little bit more, and he's very dangerous off the edge of the ruck there, off the side of the ruck, should I say, for us there. So Sam will get more football in his hands this week, and the more times he does that, the more damage he'll cause.
Tim, you've named the same team as last weekend, so obviously very confident in the boys.
Well, yeah, that team was named with the view of the first 2 games, and I don't think there was anything that disappointing that anyone deserved to be dropped. We could certainly have been a little better offensively, but combinations and the fact that guys hadn't played a lot of football and the conditions were pretty ordinary, so that did limit us. But we didn't have our try line crossed, nor even look like being crossed. Our discipline was good with the referee, so they were 2 major factors that we went into the game. Our kicking game was pretty good. We scored. Well, funny enough, we were criticised for scoring off kicks, but it appears to me that in wet weather that's exactly how you do score some of your points. But nevertheless, people just expect Australia to run around people and run over people, but the Commonwealth were very determined. The conditions suited that type of the type of team that they put out there, and they just hammered us. So I was still happy though with the way we finished the game.
Now, by contrast, England have made 11 changes, some enforced on them for this weekend, and I guess that hinders your preparation because you won't know too much about some of the players that have been selected.
No, but I know enough about their key players to be prepared, and so do our team. The younger ones, particularly the debutants, you don't know much about, but in saying that, most debutants generally get out and have a pretty good, enthusiastic first hit out. They may be a bit nervous, they may handle it well, time will tell.
What's the mood been like in camp this week following the loss last week, and can you see a determination to put things right?
They're brilliant. The group are really, really good. We've stayed strong as a whole group. We played a very, very good New Zealand team last week, probably a team what's perceived probably to be the favourites in the competition, perceived to be one of the best New Zealand have had for years, and we felt we competed well for periods of that game, but obviously the start of the game has been well documented there. So we're in pretty good spirits regarding it all. We've got a plan this week we want to execute, and if we do that and do it to our very best, we'll go very well.
So you go into this game full of confidence, obviously.
Well, yeah, you've got to be confident. There's no point in just thinking we're going to get beat. Everyone in the 17 and from the squad beyond that to 24, and the coaching staff around that, we all believe we can get the victory on Sunday.